Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video of Fox Reacts. Before we get into this video, I would first like to apologize for why there aren't any new episodes out of Fox reacting to Dead Meat. I had been trying to react to the continuation of the Kill Count and Recount for the Child's Play and Chucky series, but unfortunately it seems that those videos continue to get copyright claimed by Universal Pictures, so I will no longer be able to do that. My apologies to you all. Now, before we also get into the actual video, look at this ad. And it's for Poppy Playtime's Chapter 3, and it's got Daisy on it. So, looks like Daisy is going to be the enemy and not that Bronchosaurus dinosaur. Huh. Now, on to the video. We're here with Hops and Hip Hop about what a Pokemon who evolved once evolved twice. Part 4. Let's hop in and see which mons are on the list this time.
There are a bunch of Pokemon out there who evolve, but some evolve more than others.
And in
While
multiple
some
different
Pokemon
lines.
evolve twice, some only evolve once. And one of the
Some
things
not
I
at
have
all.
liked doing in recent videos is imagining what it could be like if Pokemon who evolve once got a new evolution in a future generation and evolved twice instead.
It's an interesting
These
concept
have been
and
some of
idea.
my favorite videos to do recently, and we are here to do it again with 3 more Pokemon today. The artwork of all of the designs in this video was drawn by my good friend Oscar Belmonte, so be sure to check him out with the link in the description since he does amazing work.
Check him
And
out
with that
then.
said, let's check it out.
Hops and Hip Hop. Let's go.
Okay, so the first Pokemon I wanted to highlight today are none other than Pansear and Simisear. For
The
some
pen
reason,
lines, huh?
everyone
Okay.
hates Simisear, and I don't really know why. In my opinion, the only elemental monkey that's actually bad is Simipour, and I have
Really?
never once had any
I kinda just hate all
real
the
issue with
simians.
Simisear. But it has been
Simipour,
almost
Simisear, and Simisage.
universally despised by the fan base regardless ever since its introduction. So, what if it evolved again with the attempt to redeem itself a little bit and shake off some of that criticism? What might that look like?
What do you have in mind?
Well, maybe something like this.
Ooh.
Meet Primasear, Simisear's
Okay.
second chance
That's
at
actually a
actually
little,
being not
nice.
completely hated. With the
like a
elemental monkeys, it
primal
actually
flame
makes a lot of
ape.
sense for them to receive a second evolution,
That's literally
since
what
they're
it is,
sort of
isn't it?
meant
Isn't
to
it?
mimic starter Pokemon, not only with their typings, but also with their hidden abilities, which are the same as the starter's regular abilities. In that respect, the elemental monkeys were already getting the short end of the stick a little bit, and so for them to truly get a fair shake at being decent Pokemon, I feel like they deserve to have their starter mimicry concept seen all the way through and be able to have that second
And make them
evolution as
3
well.
stages.
And
Okay.
Primasear is our best attempt to make that happen.
I actually
There
like this
isn't anything
monkey.
too crazy
not
going
bad.
on here because it simply just continues all the motifs and inspirations of its pre-evolutions, just
Nice.
with the explicit goal of trying to make it look cooler to try and counteract what people didn't like about Simisear.
Yeah,
Like I
Simisear
said,
kinda
I'm
did
not
look,
exactly a Simisear hater,
bad.
so these elements might be harder for me to see than others. But overall, I think Primasear does a pretty good job of being the cool Simisear.
Yeah,
more
I
or
give it some
less.
props. It's
It
a
is
really
also
nice design.
a pure fire type, just like its pre-evolutions, since I felt that adding another type onto this Pokemon, while it could be cool, could have messed with the whole elemental concept that these Pokemon are going for.
Except what kind
But
of type
even
could you even
despite
add other
being
than
a
fighting?
monotyped Pokemon, I think it turned out looking pretty cool. Its name, meanwhile, comes from its pre-evolution's names, retaining the seer suffix, and it also comes from the word primate, since it's a monkey, and also the
Not
word
bad.
prime, as in the prime of life, because it's the final evolution of this line. You
Nice
guys
idea.
are gonna have to be the ultimate judge of this, though. Is this design something that would make you feel any better about the Simisear family, or the elemental monkeys as a whole?
But how do you evolve
Would you
it?
put
Because you
this
gotta
on
use
your
a
team?
Firestone for its
Be sure to let me know in the
pre-evolutions.
comments below as we move on to our next Pokemon.
Oh, hold on, folks. We got an ad.
This
And we're back from the break.
This next one is a bit of a different pick for this kind of video, and it's also another fire type. Salandit is one of the coolest Pokemon that we got from Generation 7, and while it did receive an evolution, it was
only
a female-only evolution in the form of Salazzle that really emphasized its feminine elements.
Oh, yeah,
I
definitely.
am not really a fan of Salazzle personally, not for what it does necessarily, but because in my opinion it removes too much of what made Salandit so cool, which is why I think the possibility of a male Salandit evolution that retains more of these elements would be really cool to have, and I think it's something that other people would definitely like to see as well.
Oh, kind of like how people keep trying to give male Combees an evolution.
In the traditional sense, it's a cool enough of an idea that I thought it was worth exploring. So with that said, this is Salobber. Now, the first thing I want to address is the name, because the name does sound pretty goofy, but it actually fits quite well. I wanted to keep the same salamander prefix that Salandit and Salazzle have in their names.
Yeah, okay,
but
it does look like it's some kind of banded mask.
More of Salandit's design, I also wanted the name to keep a similar motif to Salandit's name more specifically, which is why I added the word robber to the name, just like Salandit has the word bandit in its name. In turn, this makes the name sound like the word slobber, but it actually works because not only does this Pokemon already have a flame coming out of its mouth, which could definitely be a kind of flame slobber, but its body also has a very lava-like pattern and color to it, which could also work great as a sort of slobber for this Pokemon, especially since these Pokemon are from the volcanic Alola region.
Not bad.
Salobber could attack its opponents by using its lava-like saliva to burn and possibly even poison them as well, since it would be a poison fire type just like Salandit. Otherwise, this design is pretty straightforward. It purposely has a slender body in order to give off some creepy robber vibes, but in general, it's just a cool, more grown-up version of Salandit, which I think would be great to have alongside Salazzle, so this is one that I would definitely love to see happen for real, even if that's not very likely. Third on our list of Pokemon to give new evolutions to is going to be none other than Poochyena and Mightyena. I have always thought that these Pokemon were pretty cool, and therefore would be cool to give an evolution to, but now that their counterpart, Zigzagoon and Linoon, have received a second evolution themselves in the form of Obstagoon, I think it's only fair that Poochyena get a second evolution as well, in order to level the playing field. And that is where Terriana comes into play. Unlike the previous two evolutions we've done, Terriana gains a new type once it evolves from Mightyena and becomes a dark ground type. This is because of what it's based on. While the other two evolutions we have covered so far simply filled a perceived need of their evolutions, this evolution required a legitimate inspiration of its own, which is why it is based on the Aardwolf and the giant-faced hyena. The Aardwolf, despite its name, isn't actually a real wolf, but instead is a species of hyena, whose name means Earth Wolf in various languages like Afrikaans and Dutch, hence the ground type. Meanwhile, Terriana is also based, like I said, on the giant short-faced hyena, who is an extinct species which further helps to promote that ground type because of fossils and such, but even more significantly, the giant short-faced hyena comes into play here because it is the largest hyena known to ever exist, which makes it a fitting inspiration for the third strongest and most definitive stage of the Poochyena line. Its name, Terriana, also comes from multiple different sources as well. Primarily, it comes from Terra, referring to Earth because of its ground type, but also tear, as in to tear apart something, because it's a hyena.
Like
and then, finally, it also comes from Terror because of its dark typing. as well as, of
Sketty,
course,
got it.
Hyena, just like its pre-evolutions. If this thing actually existed,
nice.
it would be a definite team member for me for sure. But what about you?
Not bad.
Did you enjoy any of these hypothetical evolutions? Be sure to let me know in the comments below, and leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already for more.
Well, I have to say, these is actually a pretty great one, I gotta say. Well, anyway, folks, that is where we're going to end off today's video. I want you all to remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Down in the description will be a link to the original video, so remember to support the original creator and all they do, and I'll see all of you folks next time. Peace out. And remember, I'm sorry about not being able to do any more reactions to the Dead Meat Kill Count Recount of the Child's Play in Chucky series, because Universal Pixels is copyright striking me. Copyright claiming me, not striking, thankfully. Anyway, see all of you next time. Peace out.